Alright. Should be live. Should be. Let's move that down there. There we go. Cool. Let me just double check that the stream is up. Get that, we are up. Sweet. All right, we are getting microphone perfect. Ooh. All right, what a day. So let's see what we got to do. Let's run the game. So if I load the game, there's one big issue I noticed last night. Is that all of my ship variables got reset. So all the ships have the same amount of health, they have the same amount of speed, they have the same turn speed, acceleration, boost, all that stuff. And yeah, so now I gotta figure out what those were, basically. Is what I gotta do. So, good thing is, I have a... Oh god. There's so much going on the screen right now. There we go. I have this repository that I can look back and see kind of where things were. So I can look back, and before I did the modder helper tool, more work on custom ships, saving work before Claude rewrite. That's probably where I did it, because I ended up not going with the Claude rewrite. But let's take a look at this. I don't want to copy, I just want to browse repository at this point. So if I go and I look through all my ships, and like I take a look at my arrowhead, so you can see that I have these variables here and their original values. So I can set them to be what they were. What I'm going to do is I'm going to undock this. I'm going to shrink this pig down. Go. I'll put this over here on my other screen for reference. Make it so I can still see chat. Okay, cool. I don't want that. Let's do, boom, here we go. Cool, so let's start fixing all my ships. So if I go into my ships, and we go to coalition arrowhead, the reason why all these went away is because all of these variables were exported before. And then for some reason I decided to change that. I don't remember why. I think it was because I was going to move everything into like being stored via like JSON or like dictionaries, basically. So if I go look at my ships auto load that has all of the things I have here, like all of my ships, including like how much they cost and everything, I'm probably going to put all these variables in this script. I think it would probably be better to load all that and I can set it. That way I don't have to worry about exporting variables. But then again, if I re-export the variables, I can just change it on the scenes individually, which is ideally what I probably should do. I think I was leaning towards going towards the dictionary because it was easier to mod later on. So I think I still might move it all into a dictionary. So let's take a look at what we have to store. If I bring this back over here, you can see we have to store acceleration speed, strafe speed, turn speed, max speed, hit points, hit point max, shields HP max, attack range, and cargo space. All of these are floats with the exception of cargo space, which is an integer, a whole number. So I think I might just, I don't know if I should put all these in here. I'm tempted to just put it back to how I had it, where all those variables were exported, and because I don't really want to keep messing around with this over and over again. So for now, I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. So what I'm gonna do is, in my ship script, I'm gonna re-export all of these variables. So ship name, I'm gonna export that, and then I'm just gonna copy this whole line here, and we're just gonna work our way down. So we don't want to export the modifiers. We only want to export the base values. So I'll just do that, and then we can go let's see. Not too bad. Boost cooldown. I don't think that was ever even exported. Whatever. Maybe I won't export that one. Boost speed is also not exported. I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. So these were exported though. Actually, let me see. What's my getting ready? So yeah, I am exporting those. I might change that to where, I don't know. I'm gonna export those both for now. Attack range is exported. Cargo space is exported. Mass space should be exported because that's a new variable that I'm adding. Carried fighters should be exported if it's a carrier. And then if it is a carrier, what are we carrying for a packed scene? Like what ship are we going to deploy? So we have that. The rest of this stuff is all stuff that can be set by code. We don't have to worry about all that. So I'm going to save this. And then now if I go back to my 2D thing here, so now I can set all these accordingly. So this is going to be 3. Strafe speed for this was 1.8. Deceleration speed. Looks like I didn't export that one. I just kept that one how it is. Turn speed though was 110 for this ship. Max speed was 850. HP was 200. And HP max is also 200. Shields HP was also 200 and 200 for the max. Attack range. I think the attack range, I'm going to save this for how it is. But I think the attack range, I'm not going to export that. Because what I want to do is I want to change the attack range to be determined by what's the weapon that we have that fires the greatest distance. So I'm going to have to make a function for that. But that's what I want to do in the long term. Let's see. So it looks like we're going good. The cargo space, this particular ship only has 15. For mass space, I'm gonna say it also has 15. And it's not a carrier. And then I feel like I should also probably set the tags here as well, but we already have that set in this thing here. And the base price and everything. So see, I don't remember why I thought I was moving everything to a dictionary was a good idea. Ideally, all this dictionary should hold is it should hold the name of the ship with the object, And I like to include the name of the ship inside as well, because if I have to pass the object around or the dictionary around, I don't have access to the key, depending on how I grab it. So if I just include the key in there, that's fine. The description on what it is, the scene path to where like it can be instanced, and then I think the rest of this stuff could probably be. I guess I have the factions so I can easily tell whether or not this music is weird. What do we got going on here for music? Fashion, saxophone, R&B. What the devil? Let's see. Oh, God, it's gonna make me go through all this. Okay, let's find something else here. Let's find some DMCA free metal music for Twitch. Even though we're not on Twitch, we're on YouTube, but you know, same kind of deal. So we got Steel Shooter. That's a big ass playlist. So no copyright music over a year ago. Let's see what it says. It is not 100% DMCA free. My Twitch live record got muted after listening to this playlist. Da, 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 da. You know, I'm just going to play it safe. I'm just going to rock my own music for now. Instrumentals. Let's see. We'll go through all this. There we go. We'll just rock this. Let's see if the sound levels are okay. Yeah, they are. I gotta make more music, man. Alright. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Determining whether or not I should keep this how it is. For now, I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. I'm sure I had my reasons, I just don't remember off the top of my head. So... all this stuff should be fine. Save it. And yeah, so Coalition Arrowhead should be good. We're gonna close that. Go to Coalition Crusader. And then for this one, let me see what I had here. Crusader. Alright, so acceleration speed on this was 0.9 because it's a larger ship. Strafe speed is 0.1. It's got like nothing. Turn speed is only 40. Max speed is 210. Hit points was 1350. 1350 for the max as well. Shields were 1350 also. Cargo space was 500. And then for the mass on this thing, oh my god, did I ever specify mass for like the weapons and stuff? I did. So I started specifying the mass in the dictionary for the weapons. So I guess we'll just add up how much mass this damn ship has. So let's see, we've got... Okay, we got 2 missile launchers right off rip. Where was I? 2 missile launchers. Those are only 5? I feel like those should be heavier. I'm gonna put those at 15. Okay, so I put those at 15. So there's 30 mass right off rip. And I guess I keep this open here. So medium guns, we got 2 Coalition medium guns. Those are 6. So that's what, 42? 42. And then we've got 4 light gun turrets. Those are 7 a pop. The 4 times 7 is what, 28? 28 plus 42 is what, 70? And then... oh, we got actually 2 more light gun turrets. So that is 70, it's what, 84? And then we have a light cannon turret. I don't think that's actually a light cannon turret. That's a light beam laser turret. So that's 14. Holy cow. So this thing has easily, I'm gonna say like 110 mass. So mass space will do, well, I'm gonna do 110. Carried fighters. It does have fighters that it carries, at least it's supposed to. Because this is like the main flagship. So I think it had 4 fighters. And I believe what it carried was it carried arrowheads. So I'm going to put in arrowheads for the carried fighter scene. And yeah, I should do it there. So we can ship name. So we got to specify that. So this was what, Coalition Crusader is what I'm working on. Coalition Crusader. Save that. Okay, cool. So I got that set. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna update my arrowhead as well. So Coalition Arrowhead is what the key name for that is. Update that. Save that. Cool. So now, Coalition Firewall. Hit that. Let me go back to Coalition Firewall over here. Okay. So Coalition Firewall, let's grab the name. Just want to keep it exactly how I typed it. Firewall. So acceleration speed on this thing looks like it was 1.2. Strafe speed, I don't think I had that set. All right. So strafe speed was 0.4. Turn speed on this thing was only 30. Max speed's 240. HP was 750. The same with the max. Shields were only 500, I think. Cargo space on this thing was 100. Now let's take a look at the weapons it has. So we've got... We got quite a lot. I'm going to put the mass at 75. And then there's no carried fighters. Let's save that. Cool. So Coalition Firewall is done. Coalition Freighter. Well, let's see. Where did I put that one? Coalition Freighter right here. All right. I guess I'll do this on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. So Coalition Freighter. I'm just looking at what I had for these variables and stuff. Seems like most of them were at default values, so they're not even specified here, which I guess is okay. So let's do this. I'll move this over here. Keep this right here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Close enough. This works. Okay, so let's see. So we got max speed. So acceleration speed I feel like a freighter should probably have a little less, so I'm gonna do 0. I'm just gonna do 1.1. Strafe speed should be non-existent for this thing. Deceleration speed is fine. Turn speed on this was apparently 60. Max speed was 280. Hit points on this was 300. I don't think that's right. Shields were 500. Cargo space was 300. We'll say the mass space on this is 50. Because if we look at what it has for weapons, it's only got a few weapons on here. So I'm going to put it at 60. That should cover all those turrets. I think each one of those turrets is like 14 mass. So like 52 is what it should come out to, I think. So that's fine. No carried fighters, nothing like that. And so yeah, we should be good to save that. And Coalition Freighter should be good to go. Now we have Coalition Small Freighter. So let's grab the key name from my dictionary. Okay. Now I'm going to go here back to my ships. I'm going to go back to my small freighter. And then, let's see. So strafe speed on this should be, I'm going to make it like 0.3. Acceleration, that's fine. Turn speed, I guess we'll leave that default. Max speed, 290. HP, 250. Shields was 400. Cargo space was 120. And then for the mass on this thing, it's only got like 2 weapons. I'm gonna give it a mass of 25. There you go. That should be good to go there. Save that. Coalition Small Freighter's done. Now I need to do Coalition Spearhead. Here we go. Coalition Spearhead. Copy that. Go to my ship. So let's go look at what stats we had for that. Coalition Spearhead. So acceleration speed is a lot faster. This is a fighter, I believe. Strafe speed is 1.0. Deceleration's fine. Turn speed was 170. This is a lot more of an agile craft than the other ones. Max speed is 790. HP is still 300. That's pretty damn heavy for a fighter. The freighter didn't even have that much. But the shields are a lot less, though. We got that cargo space, 15. And then for the mass on this thing, it needs a lot of mass because I'm going to drop that cargo space down a little bit. I'm going to give you 5 tons of cargo space. Because all the weapons you're going to pack on this fighter, that's nuts. So let's see. Light guns, those are 5 a pop. Light beams, I think those are what, 6? Oh my gosh. Those are 7. So lasers are 7. So we got 2 laser beams, that's 14. We got 2 medium guns, those are also, that's 28. Then we got 2 light guns, and I think that those are 3. Where's the coalition light gun? 3, so that's 6. So we got what? 34 is what it needs. I'm gonna give it a mass of 35. And that should cover it. Save that. Close that. Back to my coalition tomahawk. And we'll go back to our ships. Tomahawk was higher up, I think. Yeah. We got that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Cool. Got Coalition Tomahawk. Hit the ship. Paste that in. Gonna go pull up our Tomahawk on here. Okay, this thing is a beast. So this is 3.2 acceleration speed. Strafe speed is 2.0. This thing is very agile. Turn speed is 110. Doesn't turn as well. Max speed is 1,000. HP is only 150. Shields are only 200. Cargo space, I'm gonna give this. It's only got 12 mass, so I'm gonna keep that 10. I'm gonna give this 15 mass. So you could even put another light gun on there if you wanted to. That's fine. There we go. Cool. That'll work there. So Tomahawk is done. I'm not gonna worry about the ship template. Synthocracy drone carrier. This is a big old ship. Go up here to Synthocracy. Dun, dun, dun. Copy this. Boom, got that. So let's go to the Synthocracy drone carrier. Alright, acceleration speed is 0.9. Strafe speed 0.1. Warships have crap strafe. Turn speed's only 30. Max speed is going to be 190. It's slow. HP is 1200. Shields are also 1200. Cargo space is 500. And then the mass for all of these weapons that it has. I'm gonna say it should at least have. Let's say at least has 100. Even though it probably could have a lot more. And then this has a bunch of fighters, so this actually will carry. I think it carried 8 fighters before. I'm gonna say it carries 6. And then it's gonna carry the fighter drones. So I'm gonna put those as the scene here. I'm gonna save that. So a drone carrier should be good. Now, let's move on to the fighter drone itself. So, we go here. Synthocracy fighter drone. Yeah. Boom. So let's go take a look at the Synthocracy fighter drone. This bad boy had an acceleration speed of 3, strafe speed of 0.5, turn speed of 200, max speed of 850, HP of 75, shields HP of only 75, cargo space of none, and then it only has a light cannon, which I think is 5. So I'm going to put 5 mass on it. It's not much. There we go. I'm going to save that. Cool. Synthocracy fighters drone done. Synthocracy shuttle, your starter ship. The first ship I drew when I changed the art style for the 3rd time. Copy. Ba-ba-da. Synthocracy shuttle. So let's pull up the shuttle. I think the shuttle is like our default, but we'll see what it has. So acceleration speed 2.4. Strafe speed 1.0. Turn speed was 180. Max speed is 360. That seems low for it, but whatever. HP is 100. Shields HP was only 150. Cargo space is 10. I'm going to say the mass on this thing is also 10. And it doesn't have any carried fighters. So we'll save that. It's good to go. Cool. Synthocracy shuttle done. Let's do Synthocracy transport. Let's go to ships. Synthocracy transport. This is a bigger ship, if I remember correctly. If I go up to my ships, I go to Synthocracy Transport. Acceleration speed 0.6. Strafe speed like none. Turn speed 30. Max speed 220. HP 1000. Shields 750. Cargo space is 1500. And I'm gonna say for the mass on this thing, 75. I think that should cover it. I think. We'll see. Yeah, that should cover it. And it doesn't have any carried fighters, so we're good to go there. So Synthocracy Transport's done. Synthocracy Flagship. This is the biggest ship in the game currently. There's probably going to be bigger ships that I'm going to add later, but it's what we got right now. So Synthocracy Frigate, Shuttle, Freighter, Drone Carrier, Flagship. Here we go. Alright, let's pull up our flagship. So let's see, acceleration speed was 0.8. Strafe speed is 0. This thing cannot strafe at all. That's amazing. Let's see, turn speed 36. Not 360, just 36, damn it. Max speed is 190. HP is 1750. This thing is a tank. And then shields are 1500. Cargo space on this is 500. The mass space for this is easily going to have to be, for all the weapons, it probably has 200 mass on it. Not to mention like the fighters and stuff. Oh, excuse me. So carried fighters. This thing had 4 fighters. And it carried Synthocracy light fighters is what it carried. I'm gonna put that there. Save it. We're good to go. Synthocracy Flagship is good. So now we can do Synthocracy Freighter. That's where I saw Freighter. Here we go. Copy that. We'll go on the ship. Ship name. Acceleration speed on... Nope, this is the wrong one. We need Freighter. Okay, so acceleration speed, really? 1.6? Seems a bit fast for a freighter. Maybe this is just the small one. So turn speed 42, doesn't turn very well. Max speed 180, it's slow. It does have 900 hit points though. 800 shields. 750 cargo space. And I'll say for the mass, probably need about 75 mass for this ship. And there's no carried fighters. So we'll save that. That one's good. Synthocracy Frigate. I think that was the top one, I think. Yeah. Synthocracy Frigate. Copy that. Go into our ship. Set that. Let's open up our ships here. Synthocracy Frigate right there. So this one, all that stuff is default. Turn speed was 75. Max speed 300. HP 675. That's pretty respectable for a ship of this size. And shields were 750. Wow. Cargo space is 100. And then mass space, probably only going to be 75 on this as well. So that should be fine. I'm going to set that. Synthocracy Frigate should be good now. Synthocracy Heavy Fighter. Oh man. Long day at work. friggin' head hurts. I should have probably napped before I came on stream. Whatever. I'm old. So the heavy freighter, acceleration speed's that's fine. Turn speed is 75. How does a heavy freighter have more turn speed than the light freighter? Max speed of 300. HP is 675. Fields were 750. No, no, it's not. So I'm looking at the damn frigate still. You'd be looking at the heavy freighter. No, heavy fighter. God damn it. I pulled up heavy fighter. This is dumb. Do not save that. Pulling up. Oh, I did want to modify the damn heavy fighter. We need the heavy fighter. Copy that. Okay, heavy fighter. Got it. Here we go. Heavy fighter. Acceleration speed 2.8. Strike speed 1.8. Turn speed is going to be 120. Max speed is going to be respectable 790. HP is going to be 300, which is pretty heavy for a fighter, because it makes sense for a heavy fighter. Shields are only 200. Cargo space is 10. And then for the mass space, because of the weapons it has on here, it needs at least 24. No. It needs at least 34. Light beams are only 7, I think. That's 14. So 25. So 25 should cover it. There's only 24 mass taken up there anyway. So that's fine. There's no carried fighters. Oh, that's fine. So there we go. The heavy fighter should be good to go now. Now we can do the heavy freighter. So ships, heavy freighter. Copy. Now we can go to our heavy freighter. I'm almost done with this step. Then I can test it again to make sure it works how I want. So acceleration speed 0.6, that makes more sense. Strafe speed like nothing. Turn speed is still at 60. Wow, okay. Max speed is 100? Holy, that's gonna be slow as shit. 1500 for health. And 2000 for shields. So this is, I think, the strongest, like the ship that can take the most damage. It also has 4000 cargo space. And then for the mass, we got what, 8 turrets that are 14 mass each. I'm just gonna put 120. Not 230, 120. Thank you. And I'm going to save that. Cool. So now we got heavy frigate. Synthocracy's big old warship. So we're going to go take a look at this. Where we have heavy frigate. Here we go. Heavy frigate. Paste that in. We'll pull that ship up over here. Heavy frigate. So acceleration 1.0, strafe speed 0.1, turn speed is the same, max speed's 290, HP is 1100, 1500 for the shields, cargo space is 500, and then for the mass on this thing, it's at least I'll give it 150. And no carriers. Let's save. Cool. That one should be done. Now we got light fighter and luxury shuttle left to go. So let's find the light fighter. Copy. Put that in there. Let's pull up the light fighter stats. What I previously had it set to before I ruined everything. 3.5, 1.8 for strafe. Turn speed is a nice tidy 120. Max speed is a solid 1000. HP is only 120. Shields are only 150. Cargo space is 5. And then the mass on this thing, because it only has 2 light cannons, I'm going to give it 10. That's fine. So we'll save that. And that should be good for the light fighter. And then we'll pull up the luxury shuttle. Syntocracy luxury shuttle. Copy. We'll pull it up over here. Oh, fun stuff. 3.2. 0.7. Turn speed's 160. Max speed is 1100. This is the fastest ship in the game. If you can control the damn thing. Oh, actually, revert that back. Shields were 250. Cargo space is 35. And the mass is just 10. That should be fine. Save. Cool. So now we've got all that done. Minimize this for now. Put this back up on here. Bring back up my game maker. Or Godot, rather. There you go. And then now, let's test it to make sure that it functions how I expect. Save. Play. We're going to load into the combat. Okay, already we're much more agile than we were. So that's good. And we got one ship over here. We got another ship. They're not really detecting any enemies yet, so they're not doing anything. Here we go. So we have a Syntocracy heavy frigate who is on the way to engage. I'm not sure why this turret's just spinning. That was weird. All right. There we go. Okay. So, that's working. Now it's time to adjust to dynamically determine the attack range for the ship based on the weapon that has the longest reach. And let's see. How are we going to determine that, I wonder? Well, let's take a look at our weapons first. So a weapon, what variables does a weapon have? We have turret range, which is something that could be handy. And then, what else do we have? So nothing else on the weapon itself, but on the projectile, we do have the magnitude and the expiration. So basically how far this projectile should travel in a second. And I wonder if I pull up, let's see, got weapons. Where are my projectiles? Here. So we have a light cannon projectile. So this does have stuff here. So this is going to have a range of 900. So this is what I'm going to do. Is because I don't want to make a lot of changes to stuff. I'm just going to manually determine what these should be instead of calculating them on the fly every time, because that's going to have a computing cost and it's just going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to specify them on my weapons list here. So we know that this projectile, this light cannon projectile, has an expiration of 1 and and a magnitude of 900. So it travels 900 pixels in a second before it expires. So it has a range of 900. So we can safely set that. So if we go to weapons and we go to Synthocracy Light Cannon, I'm going to add a new key in here. And I'm going to add a called range. I'm going to do attack range because I think range is a keyword that is already used maybe. So I don't want to mess with it. I'm going to specify that to be 900 and it's going to be a float. So I'm going to include the trailing decimal here because I can't specify types inside this dictionary. Yeah, I think you can in Godot 4.4, but I'm using Godot 3.6. So yeah. So we're going to take the attack range, and then the light cannon turret also shoots that same thing. So I'm going to put that at also 900. Now light beam laser. So beam, we pull that up, has a max range of 1600. Cool. But I think that is what's defaulted to. I think if I look at my weapon code, we have turret range. No, I think it is actually 1600. So I'm going to set that to be 1600. Which is going to be a pretty big bonus for beam weapons, which do a little less damage because they can do it continuously as long as you can hit it on there. And they can do it from farther away, which is a nice benefit. So, could be cool. So, light beam laser turret, that's also going to have a range of 1600. Light beam laser, same thing. It's a beam weapon. So 1600. Another beam weapon, 1600. Let's see. This is another beam. Also 1600. Another beam. 1600. Coalition light gun. So that fires this light gun projectile. How far does this travel? So this travels 1200, but only lasts 0.8 seconds. So let's do 1200. We'll do times 0.8. It gives me 960. So that's how far it should travel in a second. No, actually it travels faster than that. No. Actually, no. Magnitude is how far it travels in a second. That's what that means. So it's only going to travel 960. So I'm going to put the range as 960 for that. Coalition light gun. Going to be 960. Light gun turret, same dealio, 960. And I can always adjust these later. But for now, this is what I got. Medium cannon, a medium gun projectile. So this is going to go 700 in 2 seconds. So its max range is 1400. Because that's how far it travels before it expires. So we're going to do... We're going to set this to be 1400. And let's see. A Synthocracy medium cannon. That fires a medium cannon projectile. And that fires at 800 per second for 2 seconds. So it's 1600. So we're going to set that to be 16. And the missile launcher fires a missile. We looked at that already. Yeah, missile. This fires. This is tricky because it has an acceleration rate, but it lasts 5 seconds. Normally it travels 200, but it has an acceleration of rate of 300 over a second, I think is what that is. So I would say the max range on this thing is probably like over 2,000. I'm going to set it to be that just to be safe. Sure, I could probably calculate it, but I don't feel like doing that. And then we have Synthocracy Heavy Cannon Turret. What does that even fire? Synthocracy Heavy Cannon Turret. It fires a medium cannon projectile. So that's set to do 1,600. I'm going to set to be 1,600 as well. Heavy cannon turret. Going to be 1,600. Save. Dope. Okay. Cool. So those are set. So now, on the ship, when I determine whether or not you should be attacking, we have to set our attack range. So what I think I might do is we have ship weapons, I think. We have overwrite weapons. We have a setup weapons function. I think this is where we can do some finagling to get that value. So let's see what's happening in our ship. Under the ready, we're applying the upgrades. What about ship weapons? What are we doing in the ready here? We are setting up our weapons. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I think that's what I might do. I might, under the setup weapons here, oh no. Ah. Okay, so we're setting up sound players. Get weapons. I'm just gonna make a new function. I'm gonna say returns the maximum range of any of our weapons. I wonder if when it fires, if we should also have it check the range too to see if a weapon should be firing. Either way, so we're going to do func get weapons range, or maybe get max range. This is going to return a float, and gotta make an actual function here. So first we're going to have to iterate through all of our weapons and compare the ranges. So var max range is a float. I'm going to prepare that. Prepare the output. And then, let's see, it's been a while. How do I loop? For weapon in weapons. Here we go. For weapon in weapons. So now we need to determine, so what is stored on our weapon? We have the description. And again, I think the description is used as the name of it, which is the stupid thing I did. I don't know why I did that, but I did. It's just what I did. Yeah. Let's see. How much damage this weapon can deal. I think we need to compare the description. So we have the description set, the synthocracy heavy, so it's already set there. Okay. I think I know what to do. So we're going to say if, so we're going to say var attack range, unless it's already declared. I don't think it is. No. I'm just going to say weapon range float equals, and we're going to say weapons dot list, because we're accessing that list dictionary, and we're going to say weapon dot description. That's what we're trying to get, and we're going to say, so if I'm getting this here, it's going to give me this, and it's going to say attack range. So attack range is what I'm looking for here. So that is what I am looking for. Let's see. So, get the attack range from our weapons auto load. Probably a silly place to put it. I should probably make on the weapon itself, instead of turret range, I should just have an attack range and just have it set there. But I'm doing it this way because I already did the changes, so whatever. We'll fix it later, right? Right. So, get the attack range from weapons auto load, and then we're going to say, is this weapon range greater than our max range? So if weapon range greater than max range, it is. Update our max range. Max range equals weapon range. So that's just going to go through every weapon, and then we're going to return the output. We've gone through our weapons. Do shift tab here. Now let's return the result. We're going to return max range. There we go. So now my ship can call this to determine the max range, or the attack range. So ship. So I wonder. I'm gonna put a to-do testing on here. Testing if this can be called here or if we have to wait a frame or two. So I'm going to print, and I'm going to do weapons dot get max range. I think what I called it, yeah, get max range. I'm going to put max range. And I'm going to put plus, and I'm going to do string. Is that what we got to do here? Pretty sure it is. Let's run that. Oh. Yeah, I'm an idiot. There we go. And let's stop this so we can load. Okay, so it did get some max range. So it looks like I can do that right and ready. So I don't have to... Come on, spawn some ships. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So now what I can do is I can just say, let's see, we're going to set our attack range to be the max range of our weapons. So I'm going to say attack range equals weapons dot get max range. Boom, just like that. Save. So let's test it out now to see if this works how I expect. We have a ship up here. You can see it on my mini map here. And this should be good. This should have quite a long range because he's got, I don't know, at least... There you go. Now they're starting to engage from a little bit away, which is nice. There you go. Keep shooting him. Keep shooting that sunbear. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's working. Cool. Oh, dude, nice. Coalition Crusader just spawned in. Look at him go. Look at this, a big old sword ship. Turrets are tracking a new target. Oh my god, missiles are got such a long range. Yeah. Options. I have my sound turned down to 30% and it's still so loud, which is nuts. So I really gotta work on that. Yeah. Somebody just vamped out of here. Okay. That ship is... Okay, cool. Awesome. So we've done that. We went through and redid all of our ship variables, and we accounted for weapon range to dynamically determine like attack range based on what weapons we have. Awesome. So I'm going to, let's see, make this re-exported and re-entered all the ship variables. All ships were moving at same speed, etc. And then I added a function, or it's actually a method in ship weapons to get the max range of our weapons to dynamically determine our attack range. Cool. So that's good stuff. We fixed that. That's good. That's good. So now there's a bug that I wanted to fix. There is a bug where... So let's take a look at our ship code here, because it's pretty awful, but it works. So in our process, we're basically saying, should we be destroyed? And then I have like a big old fatty to-do here that says, should we allow a ship to be a derelict, like still alive but not but inoperable? So what I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, if HP is less than 0, normally I was going to say, are we dead? But now I'm saying, hey, are we dead for realsies? Like, for real, for real? So if our HP is less than 0, then no matter what, we're going to return. So we're not going to execute anything else further down. We're not going to do any of the AI stuff. And what that also means is that we're not applying our motion and stuff like that. And let's see, where's the deceleration? Okay, so we are gradually slowing down. but this isn't slowing down that much. So what I think we should do is probably like increase this big time. Now, velocity length. So we're okay. We're multiplying the velocity by the delta, so that's fine. But we are still subtracting this every frame, which kind of feels weird because if the frame goes on long, it doesn't slow down that much. So we should probably. So ideally, I want it to slow down in about a span of like 3 seconds. So if we take, like, let's say every ship is, let's see. Yeah, I need to reconfigure this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this. So let's say I'm just going to, we'll do 300, right? And then we'll just multiply that by delta. So if 300 is like, that's how much I want to slow down every second, right? So I'm subtracting that from this velocity length, and then it's also translating that anyway. So this might not even work out how I want it to be. But I think this should work. So let's see what this does. All right, load. All right, let me go attack somebody. Let's see if they'll kill me. For science. All right, what are you doing, punk? I can't catch you. Holy shit, you're fast. Oh, great, we got 2 fighters. These idiots are going to be at it for hours. Yeah, you like that? Taste my fire. What, you want a piece of me too? I got some for you too. I ain't scared. I just can't hit. There you go. Suck on that, buddy. I got a lot more where that came from. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, feel my wrath. I'll tell you what. There you go. I hit you too. Suck on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you got? What do you got? Come get me. There you go. I don't think I was damaged at all. Hey, what's up, fool? Oh, my shields are like stupid high for some reason. That's kind of weird. I think I forgot to set my shield. So I had 500 shields, which is kind of nuts. Well, you want a piece of me? Come here, come here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, there we go. I'm taking some damage. I'm taking some damage. I'm taking some damage. Come get it. I want you to kill me. I want you to destroy me. It's for science. God, this is so loud. There you go. Keep hitting me. There you go. Keep shooting me. Keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting, and... Okay, cool. It works. Awesome. I fixed the bug. Believe it or not. It didn't look like it, but I did. Okay, let's do audio. Let's just crank down the master by a bit, because let's go to my options here. So audio server, set bus volume, linear 2 dB, so master volume. So master volume is already set to 30%. So it's already probably putting it like way down here, but yeah. I guess you know what we can do. We can test this out. So we can, in main.gd, tell you what, when you first go into ready, I want you to print so 30% volume to dB conversion. Put that there. And what I want you to do is I'm going to put string. And then I'm going to put in, what was it, linear to dB. And I'm going to put in 0.3. And then I want to see what that turns out. That should log it to my console. So that only goes to negative 10 dB. I don't think that's quite right. So what if we do 1? Like just 1.0, right? What does that give us? That does give us 0 decibels. Okay. So what if we go to like 0.1, which is only 10% volume? What is that going to be? Negative 20. That is not how that works. Because if we look at, like, I'm looking at my decibels on my desktop audio here, and like I can still pick up stuff. Like right now, my microphone is peaking at about like negative, I would say 8 decibels. Okay, negative 8. And I have it like cranked up quite a bit. And you're telling me that 30% volume, I think what I might do is I might just do like a, so I'm going to scale it linear to 2 decibels like I am now, but I'm going to just add -6 as like the highest, I think, because it seems like it's still way too freaking loud. I have it at 30% and it seems like it's already at 100%. If I add it at 100%, it's nuts. So yeah, let's do linear to dB, and we're going to do just minus we're just going to do -6 decibels. So no matter what it is, subtract 6 from it, and let's see what that does. So -26. Okay, so if we do 30%, that gives you about -16, which is, it's fine. Okay, so let's try this in theory, right? I'm gonna comment this out for now, and then in my options, we are gonna set master volume. So in ready, I'm gonna set linear to dB, master volume. We're gonna subtract it by 6. And then whenever we change our volume, I'm going to set that to be -6. There you go. That's not bad. If I do load, okay, that's a more reasonable volume. If I go up here and I crank it up, it's still loud, but it's not peaking. There you go. That seems to be better if I just manually offset it by 6. So that seems like it's good to go now, especially for my audio levels, I think. But I mean, even then, I already have. I have -7.1 dB subtracted from my desktop audio because I'm watching my levels on OBS over here to make sure they're not peaking or whatever. And when I'm at 100, like it's friggin' up there. Whatever. It's better than it was. I could still tweak it later if needed. But let's see. What we got going on here, guys? Who's fighting who? So we got some syntocracy action. Dude, I made the turret AI good because it hits these fighters like it will lead them a lot. That's awesome. Well, you want a piece of me? I'll take you out. Chump. Yeah, you're going down. You're going down, that's right. Can't touch this. Oh, also, let's fix that bug of why my syntocracy shuttle has an insane amount of shields. Why does it? I wonder if it's my save file. Let's see, can I... So I wonder where my save file is actually at. Because... let's open this in File Manager. I don't think my save files are here right now. I think they're probably stored just in my user folder. I don't know where. Well, let's look at how I'm saving it. So if I go to my util function here, my util auto load, I have save player data. So we're doing player file.open. So let's take a look at file operations in the documentation. So let's see. Store data in devices file system. Files are automatically closed. The process exits normally. Okay. But where does it save it to? So file system. Let's see, file paths in Godot projects. Okay, so I think it is within... okay. So it's local share Godot. That's where it's at. So if we go to my user folder, go to local share Godot, app user data. Is it here? No, it's not. Well, it ain't there. Huh. Editor data path. So editor data could be in Linux, local share Godot in my user folder. That's where I'm fucking at. Right there. That's a different game. So I guess we'll take a look at how Godot is currently set in the project settings. So let's go look at file system. Not there. Huh. Big Godot, cache Godot. So it's storing it somewhere. Where the hell is it storing it? Let me go to Google. Let's see. In Godot 3.6, where is the file system saving my file when I am running the game from the engine. Okay, so it looks like it should be in library. Da-da, da-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Well, that's an AI thing, come on. Linux, local share. I don't have a library though. Bum 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 bum. Probably in the root then. Yeah, library app. That's Mac. It's still saying local share. Share. Godot. I was trying to see where the hell this thing actually is so I can edit the save file. But what I can do is, since I just have the basic ship anyway, I can just go in here, run the damn game again. And then we'll just do a new and overwrite the save. There we go. So now I have the right shields and stuff. So I think it was still pulling from the old save file where I had like all the default options. So now the other thing to check is if landing on planets is bugged. How do I do that again? I forgot. Not that. Not that. I forgot what my controls were. Input map. Oh, it's E to activate. Or F to interact. Yeah, so it's F to interact. Okay. Got it. Oh. See, it did not overwrite my save file. So let's do... Okay, so we're still able to land, but let's see if things still work. So can we trade? I want to buy some food supplies. I think that still works. Let's go see if I can go sell it at a different planet real quick. And see if maybe that will be... Let's go over here. All right. All right, so we've landed. Slow it down. There we go. So we're going to trade goods. It shows that we do have... I could have bought more. Whatever, sell. Finalize. Okay, so that does still work. Now, what I think is not going to work is when I go back to the starter planet, or the starter world. And when I go to the shipyard, I think the shipyard's going to be broken. Because I don't think I think it's just going to be broken. I can feel it in my bones. It's going to be broke. So I want to browse ships for sale. Yep. So we're not using ship class anymore because I got rid of that variable. We are now using the tag. So we don't need that anymore. But I think our ship does have a method called getShipClass. So for S in list of ships, so we are doing ship instance. We are loading the ship instance. So we're gonna do ship class equals ship instance dot get, oh, what did I call it? Get ship class. Oh, gotta say equals. And I think that should work. Okay, I'm gonna land. Shipyard, browse. Okay, so that did fix that one, but I need to do some, I have to do some formatting. And now if I go to look at a ship, it should crash again. I think it's going to crash again. Yup. So BB code. So we're no longer using the description. So we're using the ship name variable. Copy. Paste. Let's run it again. It'll land. Shipyard, browse. Let's go pick this one. So we no longer have weapon slots. So we don't need that info anymore. So what I can do is I can just put, yeah, I'm going to have to reevaluate. I think I'm going to have to reevaluate this one. That's fine though. So I have a lot of work to do on this. I'm not filling up to doing all this tonight. But what I will do is I'm going to stop the game from running. I'm going to go back into my main script. I'm going to get rid of this debug script I added. Don't need that. Realistically, I could comment this whole pig out. Save that. Go back into my changelog crap up here. So I fixed bug with derelict ships boosting for eternity. I think that's what this ended up being anyway. If I see that bug again, I'm going to throw that back. But where I left off, fixing the shipyard screen. Realistically, once I get it working again, I should also restyle it. And I want to apply the theme that I started playing around with on the modder ship creator. So I'll do that. So this is all the stuff I've done since my last devlog, which is kind of a big, I think I have enough to make a devlog now. Just because I don't want it to get too lengthy, because people don't like watching that. I mean, I'm the only person in the stream right now, I think, so it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about how it's made, they just care about a good product. And I hope, once I get a lot of this stuff ironed out, I can start working on more features again and start making this game a lot more awesome, because I am pumped. All right, cool. So now we got all that. I'm going to do get status on here. So I had to make some changes. So what did I change? So get add, get status, get commit, -m, and then I'm going to say re-exported and recreated ship variables and values. Fixed some bugs. And let's see, what did I fix though? Fixed bugs with eternal boost and attack range. Eternal boost, and dynamically determined attack range by weapon max range. There you go. Cool. So I got that. Git push origin. I'll push it to main since I'm the only developer working on this. And then now, if we go back to GitHub, go back to our base repo here. Oh, I'm still on this commit. So if I go back to the main branch, you can see I just committed this now. So there we go. Cool. So I have all this stuff on here. Awesome. I think that's what I'm going to call it today. I think I'm going to go do some stuff, clean my house maybe, chill in the AC, all that stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I will have a devlog. Maybe I'll record a devlog tonight. Get that posted for tomorrow. And then I'll work on... let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. Cool. I'm going to switch gears and work on my tabletop RPG I got going on probably tonight or tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will catch you next time.